Still, we'll let's see. There we go. They're gone. All right, everybody. Well, that right there concludes our entire DIY Fest, you guys. That was an amazing entire session. Literally two full cram-packed days of amazing speakers, amazing presenters, inspiring stories, people who can help you along your journey, different people like insurance and literally certification companies, pretty much every single aspect of what you're needing to know as far as when you need to go tiny. So definitely very thankful for everybody who's able to be a part of it today and yesterday. Very cool. Like we've talked about before in the past, that we're going to be hosting all of the recordings. So all the recordings should be available to you guys sometime next week. We'll make sure to send out some emails and whatnot. Yes, Paul, that's right. So if you missed any sessions, you can definitely check it out later on next week and even further on. So definitely make sure to tune in. Let's see, I'm trying to see if there's any other questions. Michael, I'm not 100% certain what type of certification you're looking for inside of a workshop, but there are multiple different in-person workshops that are being held kind of throughout the country. So there's some up in, like, I think it's upstate New York, up in Catskill. If you look up the Catskill Tiny House Workshop, Marty shared today about all of that. And then there's also the Terravito Tiny House Workshop classes that they're going to be doing. That's actually here over just outside of Portland, Oregon. And that's going to be sometime this summer. So definitely make sure to check out all the different workshops that are hands-on in person. This whole entire DIY Fest event was really to help set you up with the foundation of what you're needing to know to go tiny. And then obviously there's a lot of hands-on practicality that you need to implement when you're doing it. But the really cool part, yep, Wild Abundance in North Carolina, they're doing some amazing workshops as well. So the really cool part about it is, I loved what Alexis and Christian said. They said, once you start planning on going tiny and building your tiny house, just start getting chatty about it. Just start talking to everybody and anybody about your project. And I promise you, it will lead from one thing to the next, and you'll end up finding a great place to park your tiny house while you're building it, a great place to live in when you're done building your tiny home, and just many people who are willing to kind of lend a hand and jump in and help you out with your project. So going DIY can obviously be a really big undertaking, and you do have to be aware that it's going to take a lot of time, but you can do it and you can definitely make it happen. So yeah, that's what we wanted to put this whole entire event together about, was to be able to inspire you guys to just take that leap and just start doing it. Just put together the plan, make sure you put together a realistic budget, and start chipping away at it and start making your tiny house dreams come true. I know the last little bit of the entire tiny house event here, we're going to open it up to the breakout rooms again pretty soon. But I wanted to see if anybody has any last minute questions or any burning DIY questions that they had that they maybe didn't get answered throughout the event or whatnot. You can definitely feel free to drop them in to the chat here. If you don't have any questions, then we'll probably just wrap it up a little bit early today, and we'll jump into the breakout rooms, because a lot of people were in those for literally hours last night. So it was really cool. The videos will be available sometime next week. We got to take the entire recording of the entire event and then chop it up into the individual videos of each session. So it takes a little bit of time to iron all that out. But once we make it happen, then we'll start releasing them, and we'll make sure to send out emails to everybody. So yeah, Tamara, it's always so much fun just tuning in and getting to hang out with everybody in there. We love getting to join when we're able to make that happen as well. Sometimes we have to wrap up last minute things that are always going on with the event, but it's always so much fun to jump in there and chat and whatnot. So Chanel, I'm not positive why you would get both certifications on your tiny house. They both are the same thing. So they're certification, RVIA is just a company that provides certification, and NOAA just provides a certification, but they're both certifying to a separate third-party standard. So RVIA is certifying to the standard, and NOAA is certifying to the standard as well. So it'd basically be redundant to have two different certifications like that. There's a couple different types of this certification up here. So there's, park model, there's RV. You can also get other types of certifications too. But in general, you wouldn't necessarily go with both of them. And also, I would give the I don't know about if it's a warning or whatnot, but it's just kind of the heads up that RVIA is not very DIY friendly. They're much more big scale manufacturing that they're going to be pushing out certification like that, whereas like NOAA is going to be very DIY friendly. Another avenue would be Pacific West Associates. Just type in Pacific West Associates tiny house and they'll pop up. They do the same sort of thing where it's just another third-party company that certifies to the ANSI standard. So a few different ways there that you can get your tiny house certified, and Pacific West is very DIY friendly. NOAA is very DIY friendly, and RVIA is not very DIY friendly. RVIA is also not extremely tiny house friendly, unfortunately, too. So, but that's kind of the main ways to get certified for right now. So hopefully that answers your question. You wouldn't need to get them both on the same house because it's just a redundant certification. So, awesome, you guys. Well, yeah, it looks like the breakout rooms have been dropped in right there. We can all jump over into the breakout rooms. With that, I wanted to say a big thank you to all of our speakers who took time out of their day to come and share their experience, their knowledge. Huge thank you to each one of them. We obviously couldn't have done it without them. And we love that this time it was all DIY and literally people who have been living in tiny homes for a long time, people who DIY'd their own tiny house, which there's a lot of inspiring stories showing that you can do it too. So definitely take your learnings and go start doing some more research and start planning it out and bring your dream to life. So with that, I wanted to say thank you so much to everybody. Really appreciate each one of you guys being here as well. And yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy the breakout rooms, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody. So stoked to have you guys all here, and we're out. See you guys. Bye-bye.